Hi Sagittarius, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have a reading here and we see the wolf. It's really a lady, or I don't know, wolf lady, right? Lady wolf. And so she's here and she's sitting in her room and she's looking out and she lives next to the lake. It looks like she lives right next to the lake. Her kitten is here, right? She looks like a giant. Maybe she's a giant kitten. Yeah, I don't think she's a wolf. No, her nose is too small, or her snout. And so this is dreaming days, and she's dreaming of something, and you can tell by her body language. And there's kind of a hummingbird dolphin over here to the side. Yeah, sort of. And then these hearts are, carved out in the wood here in the shutters. And so it's a beautiful, beautiful artwork here. And we also have this woman here, and she's playing the violin, and she is the story here, is that she's sitting at the edge of town, and the eagle is above her, flying above her, which means really to overcome. It can mean to kind of honor your heart, because the eagle is about nobility, and so this is about honor. No, we don't mean the nobles. No, we don't mean that, right? Where they used to talk about that, back in the day. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about being noble and honoring your heart. And so that's what she's doing way over here. And she's sitting on her broomstick because they're all witches here. This kitten, or not cat, but this giant cat, or the big cat here wearing a dress, and she's a witch too. Everybody's a witch in this deck, and they're all nice, right? Can you imagine that? And so she's playing the violin, and she's at the edge of town, and you can tell there's a river here, there's no houses here. And so she had to step away to enjoy what she really likes to do. And this is somebody who, it's either you or your person who is not being like, it's kind of hidden here, this wild at heart. Like, I don't need anybody to know what I'm thinking about. It's private. What's in my heart and what's important to me is very private and very special. And Dreaming Days is talking about that. We also start with healing chaos, and here's a tornado, and we have these butterflies, and the tornado is, it's in full speed here. Whatever the, can't the meteorological term for that is, right? Can't really think of that, but it's about new beginnings, but it's about healing chaos and moving into new cycles that are happy and things like that. And so here's fulfillment with it. Somebody is dreaming about fulfilling their ideals, their dreams, their hopes, and their wishes. And we have in the overall, in the outcome, is the Strength Renewed card. So, some chaos, something happens here. This healing chaos with the tornado, they call this a cyclone. Sometimes I know that in Oklahoma they call it a cyclone, right? And so strength renewed is what happens here after somebody goes through chaos and they heal, and now they are headed toward their dream, basically trying to fulfill their heart. And we see the peach here. It's kind of like a Georgia peach, right? But the full moon is above it. This is fulfilling a dream here and coming to like the full moon can be endings and new beginnings. This can be fulfilling this dream. That's really what that is, right? And so we also have the new moon here. This looks like we have a full and a new moon. These are the energies of both, of course. And this is creating intentional and potential. The new moons are about hopeful. It's a hopeful time to plant, right? To plant a seed, and to hope for something new, a new cycle, a new chapter in your life. Libra is here. It's about harmony, harmony and balance. We also have diplomatic, and diplomatic is somebody here is coming to talk to you. That's what this is going. The diplomat, right? For sure. And then we have Juno, and Juno is about marriage, commitment, and bonds. So Juno is some little tiny planet, dwarf planet, or an asteroid, either one. And they used to have a movie back in, I feel like it was maybe the early 2000s or the late 90s, called Juno. A little pregnant girl, and I don't think she got married, right? But really interesting because it's about commitments and bonds, right? Yeah. And we have the air sign, and the air sign is about curiosity and intelligence, right? definitely can be expanding on your ideas. So let's see what we have, Sagittarius, and I hope you guys are well. And yeah, we're almost in, we're in summer over here, which is nice. It's a nice welcome, right? In the morning, the air smells very nice. It's very kind of hopeful, right? For a new day, a new energy, and to wake up, right? And just, and appreciate life, right? So let's see what we have, and I hope you guys are doing well. As I said, if you'd like your own psychic reading, you may always have one. I'm a Silva grad. They are accurate. And we do a tarot spread at the end, and that combination brings you the clairvoyance and the insight from the tarot reading. I am interpreting natal charts, and a natal chart can never be downplayed. No, a lot of things in life are downplayed, or what's the other one? Or overrated. Yeah, right. Yeah, which can be annoying. But your chart can never be downplayed because it is the map to your true potential. It really is. So, yeah, I'm not overrating that. Let's see what we have. Any services I have are below in the description box. You can go click on that or go check that out. The Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Swords, and in this deck, the Executioner is here. Yeah, he is. Ouch, right? And so, the Lovers and the Moon, the Three of Cups, and we already have three major arcanas here. And I would say that these other cards are major as well. Yeah, even though they are part of the minor arcana, right? Yeah. And let's see. Five of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. We have two eights here. Eights are about progress and moving forward. And so we see in this reading, the moon sits in the root here. We already have two full moons. This is something emotional, not two full moons. Well, yeah, this one. And then we have, one over here and then right here. And we have the new moon. So when we see all these moons, we know that cycles are completing, right? It's about a dreamy, the moon can be about dreams and intuition. Definitely. It definitely is about your emotions. They're on high, right? This is why they say that Cancerians can be can be moody, because the energy changes. The moon changes signs every 2.5 days. So you can understand if a Cancer may be moody. And, Cancer is also the most well paid because they understand people. Yeah, I've studied that, which is very cool. And so, but, they're kind of under the moon, definitely ruled by the moon. So they're kind of at the disposal, or, they are basically kind of at the underneath the power of the moon, right? So anyway, we have the Lovers here, and the Lovers is a choice in love, right? It is. This is all about love, wild at heart, dreaming days, fulfillment. And we have this other card here, Juno, marriage, commitment, and bonds. So in the reading here, somebody wants a commitment or a bond with you that is harmonious, right? Because we have the Libra card, the seventh house of relationships. Libra is seventh house of partnerships, any type, really, romantic or otherwise. But it is really about harmony and balance with the scales. This is what they seek, right? Sure, a Libra sometimes has to be careful not to give up their power in order to maintain balance at all costs, right? Yeah. And so in the reading, we start with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is, it is fate and destiny. It is turning a wheel. It is divine timing based on the wheel. Yeah, it's taking a chance, taking a risk. And it is somebody in your life who is really part of your fate and destiny, right? This whole reading is based on fate and destiny, especially when we have the Wheel of Fortune in the overall energy, right? So honestly, everything is meant to happen, right? And we experience things in our lives and we go, that was supposed to happen, even if it wasn't good. It's kind of a little bizarre, right? And so if it's not good, it's meant to teach us something, right? Of course. And if it's great, it's just meant to bring us joy. So learning, life is really about evolution. That's what I feel like it is. Learning and evolving to become your best self, right? And that's what your chart is helping to teach you. Your chart can teach you to live out your true potential. It really can. It's so underrated. But let's get into this. And the challenge or the crossing energies, the Eight of Swords. And here's the Executioner. So something is fate and destiny. So something else has to end. And somebody realizes that. They know that, right? And they're dreaming about this right now. They're wild at heart about it. And there's something about this wild heart that ends a cycle, because she knows that she kind of has to hide her feelings for somebody or for something, because she's playing her her violin at the edge of town where nobody can hear her play. So she's got a secret love or a secret. She doesn't, she doesn't want anybody to know really what she's dreaming about right here. And so the Executioner, this woman here, dressed very nicely. That's kind of how I want to go out, you guys. With, I want to go out with full makeup on and nice clothes. Is that okay? And yeah, it's funny. And so here, a lot of people do that, right? Here we see the Executioner walking her to her death, and she's wearing the red dress and the red shoes. And this is, it can be about, definitely about heartbreak. When we see red, it can be about something very alarming, right? And passion, of course. So she's being walked to her death, but the eights are about progress. So something has to end in the name of progress. It does. And the moon is here, and this is in the root why it's all happening. The moon is emotions. A cycle has to end, or a cycle has to begin. That's the moon, 28 and a half days, right? We know the woman, her cycle is based on the moon. This is how we know we are divine beings. We are all connected to the earth and the universe. For sure we are. And, the earth is, of course, part of the universe. And we are as well. And so, right? And so here is the Lovers. In the past, a choice was made. It's a very emotional choice because something kind of ends here. Somebody realizes in this reading that in order to fulfill their wish, that they have to heal some type of chaos over here, whatever that is, right? It can end another relationship. It can end some type of maybe, some type of kind of backward thinking, or somebody who realizes that what they really love, they have to be there and not no more of this. There's some type of a blockage here on some level, whether or not it is emotional or a physical blockage by another person, right? So the Lovers shows a choice. It's an emotional choice. We see all the emotions here with the Eight of Swords, the moon, and the Lovers. And right, because here she's walking to her death, but this is in the name of progress. And over here is some type of recognition where the moon, not the moon, the angel blesses the couple, and she says kind of like, go, like when you go to church, right? Go in peace and, and serve each other, basically. That's what this is. And the moon's in the middle. It's very emotional. The mindset here, or what's on the mind, is the Three of Cups. These three women are celebrating. Yeah, and one of them has her own grapes. Oh, they're actually squeezing the grapes here. And so, and that is the mindset here. This is for a celebration. It's to create. When we see the ladies squeezing, they're making wine, and we have the Nine of Wands reversed. So this is a threat here, and the threat is removed. So the threat was some type of a third party here, and as I said, it might not be physical, but there was a threat here, and it is being removed. It sure is. And the Two of Wands sits here. It's somebody who is thinking about their forward path. He holds up the globe in front of the ocean, and he's young here, but but the man, it doesn't have to be somebody as young, so don't, but there's a man behind him, and you can tell he walks out, and just by the back of him, you can tell he's kind of surprised at, wow, Jojo's leaving, or, Lorenzo, or whoever that is, right? Robert or whatever. He's leaving, I can tell, and he's planning his path forward. And there's a little bit of a surprise, and so this sits in the near future. Next to that is the Five of Cups. There's an ending right here, and it is to fulfill a wish, and it is to heal some type of chaos. And so here's the ending here, and there's 4 cups standing, which is very interesting. But this is really about, he's grieving here, but it's really about to bring stability, something that ends, and this grief will bring stability. The Eight of Pentacles is progress again in the environment. It's somebody who wants to do their best. And here he is putting he's the goldsmith here. He's, very happy at his job, and he has to polish this one here. This one, it's kind of dull, and that's what he's going to do. Somebody's coming to dedicate themselves or really do their best, and and make an effort. And so that may really imply here that they were not doing that, right, Sagittarius? No, they weren't. And the Three of Swords sits in the hopes, the desires, and sometimes we can see this as the action taken, because it is something that is very much wanted. And here are the swords coming out of the heart, and the ravens over here, or maybe it could be a crow. I feel like it's a raven by the maybe by the wings. But the swords are out, and this is a hope to renew, possibly to maybe reconcile with this person. This could be about a reconciliation. But the swords come out, and this is like to heal major disappointment or heartbreak. It can be to end a third party. It could, as I said, but not sure whether or not this is a physical one, or somebody's kind of maybe lower self, not understanding. Somebody understands in this reading that what they really love is where they're going. I'm going to have this, right? He's holding the globe, looking at that. The Hangman shows up in the potential outcome, and the Hangman, Sagittarius, is a release. And so we see a release in this reading. We can see it as a sacrifice. This is based on Pisces, the 12th house, right? And a release here, we see it as a release. We also see it as an understanding, an epiphany, right? And so an enlightenment, like this is what is necessary for my life. Somebody sees this as very necessary in their forward movement and their growth. And this is very beautiful in this reading. It is. There's some, there's a little bit of like, I'm not going to say tragedy here, but there is a little bit of like pain and grief. Of course, we see the Executioner and the Five of Cups, right? Yeah. So we're going to end this reading. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like your own psychic reading, yeah, and you can always get one of those. Thanks so much, you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the little bell in order to receive notifications. Yes. And I hope you're receiving those, and and if you're not receiving my notifications, please resubscribe. Thanks so much.